Hello team and family. Today we're going to be working on comparing and ordering integers. So on the table I have teams, different team names, and then I also have their win/loss combined record. So a win-loss combined record, basically if it's positive, it means that they've won more games. So positive equals one more than they lost. So if you have a positive score, that means you won more than you lost. An example of that would be you won 12, you lost 8. That means that you have 4 games. That's positive 4 because you won more than you lost. If you have a negative number, that means that you lost more than you won. So, an example of that, say you won 8, but you lost 12, that means you're at negative 4. So that's what these scores mean in the bottom part of the table. Letter A, you're going to need to draw a number line, negative 10 to positive 10. You can pause the video if you need time to do that. From negative 10 to positive 10, graph the win-loss combined record for each team on the number line. So I'm going to start with A. A is at 0. I'm going to plot B. B is at 4. C is at negative 4. D is at negative 6. E is at positive 2. F is at negative 2. And then G is at positive 6. So now, which team had the best record in the league and how do you know? So, the bigger the positive number, the more wins that team had. So when I look on the number line, I can always put G to the right for greatest and L to the left for least. So I also can put, if this helps, I call it the cheer cone, but basically it's a cone that gets bigger as you go from left to right. Reason why I like that cone is because I see the further left you are, the smaller it is, the further right you are, the bigger it is. So which team had the best win-loss, or had the best record in the league? So if I look here, I see G, which is at positive 6, which is the farthest right. So the Wolves, because they are farthest right. So they're farthest right, so that's why they are the best record in the league. Which team had the worst record in the league? So for worst, I have to look all the way left. I see at the far left, negative 6, letter D. So which team had the worst record? The Tigers, because they are farthest left. And then, the last question, explain what the data tells you about the win-loss records of the teams in the league. So the data tells me, well, I can see that each one of these teams, for every 6, I see a negative 6. For 4, I see a negative 4. For 2, I see a negative 2. And where A is 0, that's in the middle. So it looks like every single integer has an opposite. Because every single integer has an opposite that's the same distance from 0 on the other side of the number line.